I'd say 20 to 25, I was having a lot of challenging times.
And what'd you do about it?
I was in a period where I was drinking alcohol too much and smoking way too much marijuana.
So you get weed, you get alcohol, you get lack of sleep.
I was always pretty anxious growing up.
You woke up this morning, what was the first thing you thought about?
First thing I thought about was gratitude. I do a meditation and then I usually hit my knees for the 3rd and 7th step prayer from the 12-step program. Just works. It's kind of old school, but something about getting down on your knees and praying and just saying like, help me out today. Because my mind usually first thing in the morning, the first thoughts are usually fearful and anxious. I think the cortisone in the brain is a little bit higher in the morning. But if I get immediately into the prayer meditation, a little bit of yoga, a little bit of music, a little bit of writing, I kind of get centralized for the day.
All right, so you've got your routine. So your routine keeps you steady, keeps you level?
Keeps me level.
You're also a movie maker. You're a movie producer. You're an actor. What's your driving force around the movies? Where's the motivation?
I think there's always just been this compelling need to create and connect.
Okay.
Right? And there's no better way to do that in our kind of day and age than video, movies.
So that became a passion of yours.
Yes. You want to be your authentic self, but in many ways, like Shakespeare said, the world is a stage and we're merely players upon it.
Correct.
Right? And that's so true in a lot of ways.
We have not been perfected here. No one's perfect. However, there's excellence, there's experts, there's fantastic human beings out there.
You kind of don't know who your angels are.
You don't know.
You don't know. And so
know.
many different angels that showed up during those times, and many that I don't know about or haven't talked to. I think the universe and higher power too just kind of show us the next step, really. We all want to know what's going to happen in a year, 2 or 10 years, and I think there is a way to manifest that kind of stuff, but it seems in my experience that we kind of just get shown the next little bit to do. In God's time, you can work quickly, but if you're rushing, then you're kind of off of God's time. And I've done that. I do that every day.
It's interesting you mentioned God's time.
And I think God or higher power, the universe wants us to be happy, joyous, and free, right? But he also wants to test us. So it can be confusing. Am I too stressed or am I, or
you go
is this
through
just
the wilderness.
The right thing? I really like the power of the we, because the cool thing is we don't have to do this alone because we've got each other, the higher power.
My next question is this: what has to happen in order for you to have that connection with God?
In God, I would say, is the more that I try to define who or what that is, the less I know about it. And so for me, the 12-step program has really been a godsend to kind of set up a structure and a framework around a spirituality and a connection with the higher power that I then can explore in a lot of different ways. So for me, it's about trying to be of service to others. And that was really a big one.
Powerful.
Because in my 20s, when I was struggling, I was so obsessed with my own visions. I was self-obsessed in a lot of ways.
So all that would blend into your higher self.
Yes.
Has anybody just totally disrespected you? Ever say something really hurtful? And if they did, what did you do about it?
Yeah, when you're talking to someone and something that you disagree with, just don't say anything. Or it might be like the untethered soul, just don't close your heart. Everyone knows that feeling when you close off to a situation. And we've trained ourselves to have to do this because seemingly you would never have to close your heart if you don't.
Just love them and forgive them.
And keep it open, and you can almost feel that sensation. Resentment is the #1 offender. So like if you're kind of pissed at people or institutions or anything, even if someone has wronged you, focusing what was your part in it is a really powerful thing. What a great question to keep asking yourself.
Well, no, absolutely. The power of our lives is the power of our questions we ask of ourselves and others.
Yeah.
And that makes our lives. Well, this is a powerful journey we're all on. And we only know what we know. And there's blind spots to all of us. So if we can reveal some of those blind spots to each other, we become better. And so any way, shape, and form that we can help others is we need to step out and do it.
Yes.
We agree.
Do all the good you can where you are with what you've got.
With what you have.
And I think with this new world we're in with the pandemic and the wars going on, we're all so connected. And we see that through what's going on in Ukraine. Like we all know we're so connected to the people there.
Absolutely.
And no man is an island. When the bell tolls, don't ask who it tolls for, it tolls for thee.
That's brilliant. I used to think I was a badass on my own. We're only as good as our connections to everyone else.
Yeah.
And if the world's fragile, then you can be fragile.
Yes.
And then what we need to do is speak life to folks.
Yeah.
Speak life into their hearts
Yeah.
and bring those hearts to where they need to be.
Yes.
To resonate at a higher vibration.
Yes.
Because everything is energy, everything vibrates at a certain level. And the question is, are we speaking life or are we speaking death out there?
Yes.
And I'd rather speak life into the world.
Absolutely.